A couple of changes on either side for Assam. Tanswarang Tasumatri and Akrang Nazari going out, and they've been replaced by Ambar Chhetri and Anupam. For Nagaland, Nakro has given his place to Murray in the back line, and Menton Wangshu has been replaced by Ayan Mongba. All eyes will be set on that number 17 for Nagaland. Scored against Mizoram and Manipur in the group stage. They couldn't make it through the final round last time around. Assam we played the qualifiers the year before. We're in magnificent form, winning 5 out of 5 in the group stage, scoring 20 goals. And that is the kind of performance they would be looking for in this one. Hasn't turned out to be as yet. Who knows, this fixture might just change the fate for them. A good start is what Assam would be looking for, considering the first 3 minutes in the last fixture against Tamil Nadu. Didn't create enough chances, and that is something they'll have to make sure they'll have to try and get better at. And off we go. Assam in all white, going from left to right on your screens. We're starting with a 5-4-1 formation, Assam, against a 4-3-3 for Nagaland. The same formation Lavuri Hilu started with in the last fixture. Early press from Nagaland. Goes for a long ball. Doesn't have the support he needed. Got the experience of Satyajit in between the sticks for Assam. Plays for Tirunelveli Kumbam FC. Played in the Super League Kerala in 2025. The first stoppage and free kick. Murray. I'm trying to find Aung. Assam. I'm trying to play out from the back. Beats the first line of defense. And goes out for a throw-in. Teams competing in the final round of the 79th edition of the Santosh Trophy, divided into 2 groups of 6 each. 4 from each group will proceed for the knockouts. The qualifiers are teams from across the country. 38 teams, of which 35 played the qualifiers. And Mongba gets inside the box. Pushed out. Here's Seymour. Still alive for Nagaland. First shot towards the target. Goes wide. And that's a promising start for Nagaland. It took a while in the last fixture to try and take one decent strike at the target. I might just hope at the introduction of Iron Monga for this fixture. I just changed their fortunes a bit. Assam. They're trying to pick out a pass down the far right corner. Hustling, fighting for it. It seems to be a much more coordinated Nagaland side this morning. And gives the ball away momentarily. Still with Assam. And plays it down the left channel. Troubling up on the numbers, manages to get the shot away. And straight towards Ato Avomi. Both sides of conceding early in the last fixture. And that is something they would be desperately wanting to avoid. He keeps it in. Here's the Pranjal. Here's the cross and pushed behind for a corner. Pranjal Bhumich, one of the experienced pros on the pitch. 23 games for Mumbai City. Came through the development phase in 2017-2018 season. Stayed with the club for a long time and then moved out to Odisha. Currently with Rajasthan United. The former under-19 India player made his debut against Nepal in Bhutan. Here goes Pranjal. And trying to pick out a white shirt stationed down the far post. Here's Nagaland through Pohim. A long ball played towards Pohim, high boot, and that's going to be a foul. Fortuitously falls for a white shirt. Takes a strike. Manages to grab hold of it. Ato Avomi. Might have taken by surprise on that occasion. Goalkeeper. Zemo. Goes one in, but straight towards the goalkeeper. It's been a decent start. Still early days. No teams trying to get a measure of each other. The first time in the final round of the competition for Nagaland. Never been here before. It's been an impressive start already from their perspective. They've moved the ball well. And that is something they lack consistently in the entirety of the 90 minutes in the last fixture. Another decent move developing. Targets the back post. Well marshalled out. That is one of the areas that they lacked in the last game. No overlapping runs coming in from the full-backs. You can already see Namang Kim Jong and trying to add that extra bit of width to their attack. Assam meanwhile. Nagaland through Boham. Spreads it towards the left.
ഈ കളിയാണ് എനിക്ക് താല്പര്യമില്ല. ഈ കളി ആസാമിന്റെ കളി വേറെ
Nagaland.
ഞാനിങ്ങനെ ഇരുന്നിട്ടാണ് മറ്റെല്ലാം ചെയ്തത്.
So match day 3 it is. Match number 7. Assam taking on Nagaland. Got a couple more games later in the afternoon from the same group. And Tamil Nadu will take on Rajasthan. And West Bengal will take on Uttarakhand. As far as the standing goes, West Bengal, Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu with 3 points. The victorious team from 1. Again, Sundar behind this one. Really fancy a setup from his left foot. Pushes it forward. Rajal plays it behind for Pragyan. Not in the same wavelength. It's Pragyan. The only white shirt waiting inside the box. He's got the help arriving from the other side. Was flagged offside. Inside 12 minutes. Deadlock yet to be broken. And trying to take it on the half turn, spotted early. At home, he had a very busy day. A couple of days back, put under extreme pressure by the forwards of West Bengal. Reached that well, intercepts well. Nagaland. Post clearance, and that's going to be another throw in for Assam. Seymour. And trying to put an early ball towards the chasing Iron Mongba. Iron Mongba, definitely one of the rising stars in Nagaland football. Known for his clinical finishes and the speed. Like I mentioned earlier, scored in the group stage against Mizoram and Manipur. He'll have to do well for Nagaland to have a decent final round. Ricochets and on the possession back, but spotted early by Zatsu. One of the few players in that backline who had a very decent game against West Bengal. Chipped in towards the back post. Mongba. Assam at the moment trying to exert a bit of pressure in the attacking third. That was a well-coordinated move and have conjured a corner out of this. Second corner inside the first quarter of the fixture for Assam. Pranjal Bhumi interested with another opportunity. Keeps it short this time. They were allowed to turn there, forced to go back. And trying to loft one into those opening spaces down the left channel. Still with Assam, lets it fly from the distance and goes well over the crossbar. They haven't allowed to play through the lines, have held Assam in their tracks. So far in the first 15 minutes, I have Nagaland. And that shot might have just come out of frustration. Decides to go long this time towards Boham. Here's it. And Mogba might have taken a touch too many. Lifted in again. Boham. That was a brilliant move. And for a moment, I thought that ball might have gone and hit the back of the net. It was didn't miss by much. Brings Assam. We're trying to bring it forward. Timothy Nazari gets himself a free kick. You can definitely see a bit of spring in the strides, the way Nagaland have moved the ball. It took almost in the second half in the last fixture, took them out of their strides and create something. And they did have a chance to score in that fixture. And couldn't quite find the net. She was the guilty party in that day. They've gone with the back four of Namang, Zatsu, Murray, and Zareen Justin. Meanwhile, here's Pranjal. And puts it wide and over. They've gone with the back four of Namang, Zatsu, Murray, and Zareen Justin. And sitting in front of them is Toka Achumi, Chishi, and Hevika Zimo. The two midfielders in front of Achumi. In front three, Ryan Mongba, Captain Living Boham, and Yehoto Lohe. Almost falls for Ryan Mongba. Assam. They've been held in their strides so far. There they come once again. Timothy finds a good ball as he stayed onside. The flag goes up straight away. Looked pretty evident to the naked eye. It's definitely starting from an offside position on that occasion. Here's Assam. They're trying to bring it forward. Decent defending. Falls to a white shirt. Nagaland. They have the opportunity to counter. But here's Assam once again in the final third. They've got 3 white shirts waiting in the box. A cross comes in. And the header goes well over the target. You have to keep it on target from there on. It was a nice setup from the left channel. We're finding the right man in place. Might have got a bit of interference from behind. Again, that panel is activated. Strikes it well. Straight towards the keeper. Coming close, taking those shots on target. The attacks have come from the left flank in the first 20 minutes. We finished at the bottom of the table last time in the group stage. Nagaland. It's been a very good qualifiers as well as a decent start to this game, at least in the final round. Satyajit Murdaloy in the goal for Assam. People Gohain, Rajari Nabeen, and number 3 in the back four. Ruturaj Mohan, Pranjal Bhumich, Anupam, and Pragyan Sundar Gogoi. Timothy Rajari and Tipu Mirza in the attacking line. There's devoid of space there. Still try to find the man on the right. And goes out of the play for a throw in once again. Almost half of the first half have been played out here at Dhakuakhana. No goals yet. Timothy. We're trying to switch it towards the other side, playing it to the centre back. Had an option waiting at the outlet. Decides to go back once again. There's been a bit of a sideways passing from Assam. The high intensity press from Nagaland have won the ball back. One of the significant changes from the front three for Nagaland in this fixture. It's a much more coordinated press coming in when they are out of possession. That is something that was significantly missing in the last game. Assam get the possession back, and off they go once again. Again, a shot taken from the distance. It's the second time he's tried that. Anupam doesn't keep it on target. Kim Jong goes out of the play. players in the Group D in the qualifiers. Nagaland. And again, it was all about decision making. Had an option towards the left and the right. Decides to go through the center. There was a white shirt present there as well, but the weight on the ball lacking. Again, that final ball in the final third, not of the optimum quality. And still have the possession. Lowe forcing him to go back. Made to go aerial inside the box. 3v1. Lets it fly once again, and this time gets a block and goes out for a corner. It was Nabeen Rabha this time with that shot. Going to be Pragyan this time with the corner. In swinger, straight towards Avomi. And try to set up Boham early. Boham, 1-on-1, finds an option. It's a decent ball towards the far right. With the optimum weight and pace on that. 1-on-1 with the fullback. Gets the cross towards the back post. Ahead. What in Nagaland? Absolutely brilliant. Laiwan Boham gets on the score sheet. Well, hang on. They are claiming it. Well, the goal stands for sure. The right sort of flight, right sort of weight behind that cross. And push it across the face of the goal, across the goalkeeper, who had no chance whatsoever. Nagaland take the lead in the first half. That might just fire them up for the rest of the first half. Will we see a repost straight away coming in from Assam? But they've got the quality to get the job done. Machomi. Receiving the ball slightly higher. Goes back towards Murray. Here's Zarain Justin looking for options further forward on the pitch. Interference from behind, and that's going to be a free kick for Assam. We haven't seen that slick bit of football in the final third from Assam. They've taken the shots from the distance and haven't paid dividends. The kind of quality and the attacking prowess they have, and you will have them definitely see coming up with a better plan the rest of the first half. Another free kick for the boys in white. Pranjal Bhumish behind this one. Pushes it out and tries for an overhead kick. And Deepu Mirza. You see that press and that intensity to win the ball back from Assam. Nagaland kept the possession. And we'll have the throw-in as well. Outnumbered in the center of the pitch. And Assam getting the possession back, but giving it away pretty swiftly. Ryan Mongba, one-on-one with the full-back inside the box, takes the shot, a grounder. Lacking one behind that one. And he's definitely going to be their eventual target every time they try to pick out a pass down the left channel. The kind of speed he possesses makes him the firm favorite. There's a decent shot, and that's the second one. Beg your pardon. And that has been disallowed. We'll take that for finish, though. He was definitely offside. Perfectly executed. Still 1-0 to Nagaland. Deepu Mirda once again. Best one fly from outside the box, causing no trouble whatsoever for Metro Vomi. Very breather, touch easy. Nagaland at the moment. And still got a lot of time left in the contest. Job is not done as yet. Long way to go in the game. And for starters, this is much better from their perspective. Here's Assam on the ball. For the first time viewers, this is a Group A fixture between Assam and Nagaland. Like I mentioned earlier, 12 teams divided into 6 groups. In 2 groups, beg your pardon, of 6 each. Group A has got West Bengal, Assam, Nagaland, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, and Tamil Nadu. Group B has Railways Services, Kerala, Punjab, Meghalaya, and Odisha. The top 4 teams will advance to the quarterfinals to be held on the 2nd and 3rd of Feb, and then the 2 semi-finals will be played on the 5th of Feb. And the main event on the 8th Feb. A bit of a change in the strategy from Nagaland's perspective. No more long balls. Try and pick out. Going with playing out from the back. So we've got good 12 minutes left, plus the stoppages. And Sam would want to make sure they get a goal back and bring this game back to parity. Brooklyn goes back towards the left back. whistle against Iron Mopper. Not quite sure if there was enough in there. The referee was rightly placed to see that and calls it free kick in favour of Assam. With 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Substitution for Team Assam. Jersey number 18, Anupam Borgohain, replaced by jersey number 15, Akram.
A change in the first half. Crown Hazari, who started the last fixture, has been called into action. Not quite sure if that's a tactical change or there was a bit of a discomfort to Anupam. Buham. What number in that corner? You can see the possession. Here's Assam now trying to bring it forward. On the ascendancy, you've got numbers forward inside the box. That's a decent ball. And puts it wide of the target. That's the massive let-off. They were there for the taking. They moved the ball briskly forward. Pranjal Bhumic finding Timothy Narzari. Almost an open goal in that. To Evomi was all committed. Had to just place the ball into the back of the net. Here's Assam once again. They'll have to try and get that coordination right in the back line as soon as possible. Nagaland. Leaving too many spaces behind. It's a call for Assam. Swinger, header, and over the crossbar. It was unmarked and couldn't quite direct it towards the goal. The way this game is moving, it's just going to set up a frantic second setup for 45 minutes. Nagaland have come out strong, have scored first. Assam. They're trying to conjure something out of this. It is possessed. Here's Iron Mongba. And doesn't find it out through and goes into the center of the pitch. Here's Achumi. Shifts the play towards the right with the lateral pass. Dispossessed. Here's Ashumi. A poorly placed pass. And have invited a counter. Here's Assam once again. This time it's Pranjal. Still Pranjal. Sets it up. And slotted home. Brilliantly done. Didom Hazovari on the score sheet and has got this game back to parity. We've tried this a couple of times. The same man with the cross wasn't challenged, had ample time, picks out the top corner. Didom Hazovari gets on the score sheet. Nagaland will have to do all over again. We'll have to believe. And the defense looked a bit lackluster in the last 5 minutes or so. And were caught on the counter. It all started with a loose pass in the middle of the pitch. And toe pokes it towards the left. And here they come once again. And strikes it decently. And couldn't catch that one clean enough. Krung. It looked pretty lively since he has come on the pitch. It's just been about 5 minutes with his introduction. We're at 4 minutes remaining in the normal time. I've seen goal on both sides of the pitch. Now show me the floated ball inside the box, a header, a looping one. I still haven't seen the best of Yohote Lohe. Here's Assam once again. They're trying to cut inside, giving the ball away. And Pragyan drops in deep. Almost. They swapped out places with Fine Mongba and Yohote Lohe. This pitch ahead. Brilliant ball down the left. Lofts it up in the air. Takes a touch, brings it down. And that had to be buried. And with the vision to pick out the pass for the man making that run from the left. Got the cross in early. And everything was absolutely perfect except the finish on that occasion. And certainly all the hard work done in the first 35 minutes seems to be gone out of the window for Nagaland. They're still in the game. They'll have to make sure they don't see the next one. A forceful challenge on Lohe. It's been given as a goal kick. 2 more minutes to go in the normal time. And the flag goes up against Deepu Mirta. Flows one forward. And keeps the ball in. They're going to the half-time break with a lot of confidence, Assam, with that strike. And especially the way they have played in the last 10 minutes or so. Created a few opportunities and have found the back of the net once. goes long once again. Gomi lifts it over the keeper. Goes just wide off the target. And that was a massive chance. We'll have to try and score those. Assam. And Raj Mohan goes back. Gives the possession away. Here's Lohe once again. Pachumi, a heavy touch. Gives the ball. Here's Pragyan. Still Pragyan. And a hurried clearance coming in from Zareen Justin. I believe the flag had gone up on Pragyan before that. But certainly things have changed in the last 15 minutes or so. And some have come out all guns blazing. They made those runs, those late dashes. And here they come once again. A simple ball down the line. And still Assam. Makrang takes it, turns. And still Assam. Still Rudraj hustling for the ball. Competing against Boham. And trying to take on the full back here is Ryan Mongba. And that's the end of the first set of 45, says Ashwin. It's been an entertaining first half of football. Match number 7, Assam versus Nagaland. Both teams lost their opening fixture on match day 1. And at the moment, Assam have definitely quashed any unwanted anxieties going into the halftime break. And conceded the goal in the 20 minutes. And then have come back to score 1. Have looked a much better side in the last quarter of breather, and will come back with what could be the frantic second half coming our way. back with us for the start of the second half between Assam and Nagaland. And the halfway mark, the scoring first and then Assam finding a way back. Much better, much improved performance in the last 15 minutes from Assam. Nagaland started on a bright note, defended well, and tried to create more chances. And had a disallowed goal as well. But then in the last 10 minutes or so, the back line has been a bit questionable. We'll have to try and sort that out as soon as they can, because Assam looked an ominous touch, the way they moved the ball around, especially got the ball in the final third. And have utilized the flanks really well. More attacks have come from down the left channel. Pranjal and Pragyan taking charge. And there was a forced change at the 35th minute mark. Anupam was replaced by Akrang, who was looking pretty lively since he came on the pitch. All in readiness for the start of the second half here. And off we go for the second set of 45 minutes, coming to you live from Dhakuakhana Football Stadium here in Assam. And the home side going from right to left on your screens. Kim Jong.
Welcome to Dubstep.
Taken away by that back line. That's Pilmi. Let's press it to Zarin Dustin. Gets the cross in. And falls for a maroon shirt. Scruffed off the ground. And opened up nicely for him. For a long throw down the left channel to try and find Deepu. Sides have a few minutes, more so from Assam's perspective. They'll try and bring the ball in the final third. They've looked pacey. The fullbacks have added width to their attack. Pragyan Sundar behind this one. Floated in. And goes behind undisturbed. Lohe gets one inside the box. The flag goes up. And have the presence arriving from the other side as well in Ryan Mogba. Lohan Buham. The whistle had gone up against him. Takes touch. And puts it behind once again. This is first of the 3 games lined up today, as we have on all the other days. Before we proceed to the knockout phase, got 2 more to follow later in the afternoon. Tamil Nadu taking on Rajasthan and West Bengal up against Uttarakhand. West Bengal right on top. 4 goes to nil in the first fixture against Nagaland. Rajasthan, of course, beating Uttarakhand. And Tamil Nadu beat Assam in the opening. Nagaland get away with the ball. 2v1 down the far right of the pitch. Couldn't quite get the cross, but gets himself a corner. Keeps it short. Here's Zareen. Lifts one up. Clearing that ball. Back with Zareen Justin once again. Has been outworked on that. Good work. Read that well. The goalkeeper is off his line in a flash and get that clearance away. An offside flag was up against Pranjal once again. Started with the back 4-4-3-3 formation. Nagaland. Namang Him Jong in the back, in the left back position. Zatsu and Murray in the centre back. Zareen Justin serving his duties on the right back. And Flumi in the holding midfielder role. In front of him is Tishi and Zemo. In the front 3 consist of Ayang Mongba, Laveng Bohem, and Yohoto Lohe. It's Boham. And got that cross. He's got ball back again. It goes and has Concho another. Keep chipping away with the corners. Trying to Yohoto Lohe. And Swinger. For collision. Right about Boham. Is it back towards Lohe? One down the far right. He's waiting for the second opportunity with the corner. It was flat offside. Give the ball away. Could be dangerous. By Nagaland.
And Mongba gets on the score sheet. That was completely against of play. Accepts that one really well. Has been among in group stage, finds his first one in the final round. The expectations. They're back to lead once again, Nagaland. Ball away, low. Anticipated that really well. Ricochets and finds him. Here's the rain. Assam. Behind the playing area, that out of the stadium also. Into the second half, and already Nagaland have got their lead secure. The cushion goal. Is Assam. Definitely look the bright on the two sides, especially the way they move the ball. Is present. Defense just making sure they hold the ball away for a throw away. The battle for 3 points. Both teams going down in their first game. Nagaland lost comprehensively to West Bengal, the defending champions. Assam were beaten. And again, not finding the target. At halfway out there to try and to the top corner down our side. Interference, but ball is still with Assam. He spreads it out towards the right. Here's still Assam. Moham performing his defensive duties. Can they try and bring it out on the counter pretty swiftly towards the left? A couple of extra touches might have settled down a bit. And Monga, swift feet. So the play goes towards the right, but ends up overhitting it. There's still a lot of time left for Assam to try and find their way back into the contest. They've got the quality to try and get a goal back. Here's Deepu. Stages has qualified And hanging by the thinnest of threads. Lifted in towards the back post. Didn't quite time the jump to perfection. There's a man lurking always behind him. Space in front. And gives the ball away. And trying to. It's a bad collision inside. And both the players have hit the. Towards the right channel. Murray and Deepu Mirza. It's being played out here at. Well, here's the second one for Nagaland. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking. The defensive error presented the easiest of shots for Ian Mongba. Had to be put away. And that was well struck, leaving. That seems to be a bit of a problem for Barrington Murray. I didn't play the last game. It's slotted in place of Nakro. Doesn't seem to be in a position to continue for the last 29 minutes. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out for him. Looks like there is a signal for a full sub from Etu Evumi. Serving the ball and try to feed into the path of Deepu Mirza. Was completely unaware, completely unintentional. Nothing to hurry. To the game. Nagaland leading the contest by goes in the first half for Nagaland by Ivan Goham. That was cancelled out later by Idom Azawari. And then in the second half, the talisman Ian Mongba getting one and getting in the lead. There's Pranjal, again, back offside. Probably the third time in the second half. Doesn't seem to be too pleased with that decision. There's a change for Nagaland. Jamir comes in place of Merrick Murray.
Substitution for
By Assam. Here's One down. Jim Jong goes into the ref's books for a pullback. And they try and work on the angle. Got a free kick into a very decent sort of a space. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 inside the box, rather 6 waiting inside the box. Pragyan and Pradal, two experienced campaigners. At the peak of their concentration. Not coming to fruition. The space in front. Lives it with a right across, and that's a brilliant finish. They have come from behind for the second time this morning. Akarang gets on the score sheet. A brilliant move from Assam. Push the ball out towards the right.
Goal scored.
The simple cross.
Assam.
Evades everyone and finds the right man at the right place.
Advisory.
A close range finish. And they've got this game back to parity once again. Now then. Low hit. Raise it up. Achumi. There's a run spotted towards the left. Takes a touch, turns Ayan Mogba. Here comes Assam once again. They have looked threatening every time they've got the ball in the final third. Gets across in early. And sent out by the defense. Cuts it inside. Still going pretty strong. Goes behind. Rituraj Mohan. It's dispossessed, but still with Assam. It turns it in. Boham. A quick change in the feet from him. Goes towards the centre back. And the ball was played out for a throw-in. All right, with 22 minutes to play, Assam will definitely fancy their chances now. Deepu. Started the game a bit more centrally, has slotted himself towards the position. Lofted in the air. It's a good take. Turns, shoots, gets the shot blocked. Tumi. Reflection, Lohe. Boha, dispossessed by Pranjal as he marches forward. Lets one fly! Just over the crossbar. That would have been a sublime finish. Most conjured thing out of it. That was launched in the air. When you talk about what he brings to the table, Years of experience playing at the highest level. Here they come once again from the right. Deepu makes a mess of it. A couple of my shirts were down there around about the 6-yard box. There's another one to follow it up. Hakrang was crying for the ball. And will have to make sure they tighten those defenses. Another defensive error gives the ball away in a much more advancing position. Much better.
Substitution for
Time to have a look at the bench.
30. Bouquet Chichi replaced by jersey number 6, Atos Shofi.
So change for Nagaland. Nathul Shopi coming in place for Chishi. Left light replacements in the middle of the pitch. Still in that letter, that's the play on the ref. Assam on the ball. Floated in forward, falls for a white shirt. The flag was up. You see a lot of intensity. They have moved the ball. Assam, most of the attacks came from the left channel in the first half. And obvious the monotony this time. The goal scored was coming in from the right. It's a test of character for Nagaland. First time playing in the final round of any Santosh Trophy edition. We're trying to take on the full back. Gets blocked, and there comes the whistle. And that is swiftly followed by he's trying to reach out of the pocket. I'm not quite sure if he's going to get a booking for that. Not quite sure if it's Deepu or Pranjal down there. Still holding himself up. Seems to be in some pain. His colleague thinks there is a need for a medical assistance on the player down on the pitch. Still got good 16 minutes and a thick bit left. Good Buddy's game, but Nagaland will have to make sure they tighten those defenses. And at times they've been let loose. Barring the first goal from the attacking front, Nagaland, nothing significant has have to try and get the fine Mongba and come on the ball. Seen enough service coming their way. For the second goal, but that was a defensive error. As far as the creation goes, the creativity goes, they have lacked, and especially in the later half of the first half as well as in the second. Is Assam. It seems to be a brilliant change. And people playing out from that wide position. And every time he's got the ball, that has followed up by a cross, targeting that 6-yard box. Here's Rituraj. It's a cross. And brings it back with sheer intensity. Here's Pranjal. Gets in. Dhemaji Narsari. And they deserved it.
By jersey
It was all about the intensity. And Pranjal, Pumic, the ball fortuitously falling into the feet of Dhemaji Narsari. Lets it fly, and Eto Evomi had no chance whatsoever. 5 goals in the game already. Still got 13 minutes to go in the normal time. The boys from Nagaland. And it will be a daunting task from here on to climb, conceding 2 times in the second half. Decent ball. And trying to pick out a pass to as the right finds Zemo. Here's Lohe. Lohe with the cross. Back with Zemo. Here's Achumi. And 12 minutes for a comeback. Can they try and score? They went for the challenge. Didn't get the kind of clearance they would have liked, and the ball falling straight to Dhemaji Narsari. The first time finish, and a brilliant one. People was giving it a space, but they get hold of the ball again in the final third. Assam in total control of the game now. Pranjal keeps that one. Still Pranjal, 1-on-1 with Lohe. Pranjal, not on the same wavelength. And anticipated Akrang making that move from the inside. Wasn't there to be seen. Dhakuakhana is down on the ground now. Berrington Murray going off the pitch. Can he continue? It's a big question.
Substitution for Team Nagaland. Jersey number 3, Toka Achumi, replaced by jersey number 18.
There was the post one. Defender going out. Did start the last fixture. Fresh legs in the front three. We'll have to wait and see if that can pan out something in favor of Nagaland. Header. Manthon with the first touch. Falls for Nagaland. Manthon Wangshu. One-on-one with Rituraj Mohan. Gets the pass towards the back post. A cut back. And number 3. Nagaland have come from behind this time. They're still celebrating. And the goal stands. What an inspired shot. Gets it away from Rituraj. Scans the options pretty quickly. Gets the cross in towards the back post. A cut back. And a simple finish. Atto Chopi, who has come on himself a couple of minutes back, gets on the score sheet. It's been a seesaw battle.
Assam. Jersey number 20, Amber, replaced by jersey number 3, Danfrong Basumatan.
Goes from Basumatari.
Team Nagaland by jersey number 6, Atto Chobi.
The two substitutes combining to score that goal, along with Boham. Now, will they be happy with the point here? Or will Boham come back once again to try and upset their party? Ball played in, finds a white shirt. You can see movement down the left side. Got the ball away. Here's Nagaland. Gives it straight back towards the white shirt. You definitely expect them to up their ante now in the last 5 minutes. It's a battle for 3 points. Can they keep it to 1? Here's Manton. A couple of overstepping. Lets it fly! Good save from Satyajit. Is on to it, leaves nothing to chance. Both these sides, the way they have played the last few minutes, will definitely go for a winner. And some for sure. What Nagaland risk coming out in numbers to try and get that goal. Just leave spaces behind. And Ranjit making that run. Ranjit. Well defended. Boham. And scored the first goal, has put in a proper shift, as he did in the game against West Bengal. Concedes the possession and trying to find Lohe to the right. High boot, and that's going to be a Nagaland ball. 4 minutes to go in the normal time, plus the stoppages. One on each. And then 4 in the second. We've still got a few minutes left.
For Team Assam, jersey number 10, replaced by jersey number 11, and jersey number replaced by jersey number 16.
2 changes. And so is Gugamsar, Gary. They're throwing 2 forwards now. A few fresh legs. Can they try and get that goal? They've deserved it. And so have Nagaland. He brings it down well. Here's Boham. And hurried clearance. And still fighting for it. Seems to be excruciating pain there. Might have caused shin. And was pretty apologetic straight away. And out comes the card for the second time this morning. I'm sorry to Gyari. I've got the pronunciation right. And gets yellow card before he got his first touch. And home side playing, decent turnaround. 9 o'clock start, the local time. And with just 90 seconds to be played in the normal time. We'll have to wait and see how many minutes will be added on as stoppages. There have been quite a few injury delays in the second half. Might as well see another possibly 4 or 5 minutes being added on. It's going to be a long time if you are Nagaland. Wang Shu. Moved the ball really well. Here's Nagaland on the ascendancy. He was under pressure. Hurried clearance away. Didn't go back towards the keeper.
Additional time, 5 minutes.
The 5 minutes it is. And if you want to take home a point, it's going to be Bengal. So both teams have lost their first game. Another player have to be carried out on the stretcher. Not a pleasant sign for Remember, 2 more games later in the afternoon. Tamil Nadu will take on Rajasthan and West Bengal will be up against Uttarakhand. Gets a clearance away. They play Tamil Nadu, Nagaland, and definitely take a lot more confidence from this fixture going into their next. Here they come once again. Menthon dodges the shot. And still Menthon, twisting, turning, still keeping the ball and finds some space. Goes into the space where there was no presence of a maroon shirt there. And still got 2 minutes. And we will surely get into the stoppages of stoppage time. And it's been a delay with another injury concern in the first of those 5 minutes added on. And dodges that coordinated press from Assam. Here's Lohe trying to win the ball back and wins himself a corner. Pressure moment in these last few seconds on Assam. We find one quality ball around about that 6-yard box, putting some pressure on that back line. Lohe with the in-swinger, targeting the back post. Has to go up, and the flag as well. Launches it finally. Manager says, well, settle down for a point here, both these sides. They've given everything they've had. And that's the end of the second half, and the full-time whistle goes off. It's a fair result in the end. Assam came back from behind 2 times. They looked the better side towards the end of the first half. Then came the second half. 2 goals in the first, 4 in the second. Nagaland got the point share in the end. Pretty sure both sides would be happy with their performance. Handshakes all around. Lost the first game to Tamil Nadu. Assam. Nagaland losing their first game against West Bengal. And the second have got themselves a point to show on the table. So that's the full-time scoreline here in Assam. Assam 3, Nagaland 3. Do join us again for a lot.